Let's understand functions in this lecture. So what are functions? The def keyword is used to create a function, how to call a function, and the arguments, right? So let's start. Okay. Let's make a new file. Functions practice. I would really like everyone to practice along with me, and that's why I have kept this video very slow. You can run it at 1.5 speed, but do practice along with me. Okay, so def keyword is used to define a function. Whenever you want to define a function, now what is a function? Function is some block of codes that you write again and again. So instead of that, you just put it in one function, one area. So and I name that, right? I name that as my function. Okay, so or anything that you want, right? So def is something that allows you to define that function, and you just have to use my function anywhere instead of writing this whole line, right? But this is my first function or anything. You just have to write my function and it will be executed. So this is how I call the function. So when I write my function, it automatically call the def my function. Whatever the code is written, it executes it, right? This is the importance of functions. Okay, so let's do one another. It's just an example. So suppose you have something 3 or 4 lines of code, right, written somewhere, and you have to repeat it 10 times or 20 times in your function. So instead of repeating that 20 times, you can make one function and just call it whenever it is required. It will reduce the number of lines in your code and also make it very clean. So if you have to change something, you just have to change it in the function and it will be replicated everywhere else, right? Now we'll understand what are the arguments of a function. So arguments it whatever we pass in a function, whatever elements data we pass to the pass in the function, they have to be written in these brackets, right? So sum of numbers is the name of the functions, and arguments are num1 and num2. Okay, so if I have to get sum of numbers, right, I'll just use the sum of numbers, write num1 num2, and this will give me the sum of these numbers, right? So suppose I have to write them 20 times or 30 times. So all that I have to write is sum of numbers and give the exact value that I want to get the sum of. So the number is 7, right? So this is how the arguments work. Okay. $12, right? So this is how it works. Now string arguments are these were the integer arguments. Okay, we can even pass any type of data type. You can pass strings, you can pass integers, you can pass tuples, you can pass anything, right? So I'm passing a string argument, that is f name, first name. So my name is right. Now I just have to call what name and I don't want to confuse you, that's why I've taken another variable name, and you can put this. So I'm asking somebody what is your name, right? The person will enter, and I'll call the function what name and have put name as an argument. Now f name and name are the names of the variables, right? You can definitely have different names, but the function name has to be same. So my name is Simar, that is clear? So just I'm making the name of the function very clear, and that's why I'm writing what is your name. So when I'm changing the name of the function in the definition, it has to be changed in the calling function also. Otherwise it won't understand. However, the variable name, the argument name, can be anything. Okay, now argument numbers should be correct. So if I'm passing 2 arguments, it should come as 2 arguments in while I'm calling that function, right? So I'm just making a total sum of, suppose, Hindi marks, English marks, and maths marks. Okay. Now total sum of the marks is adding all the 3 marks together. So when I'm calling the function, right, total sum, I have to give all the 3 marks, right? So when I run it, you will see, let me enter the name first. So total sum is 213, but that means the total sum has all the 3 arguments. But if I only give Hindi marks and English marks, it will say there is error. You'll just see, right? There's one required positional argument, M marks, which you have not entered, right? So this is, you cannot have different number of arguments when you are actually marking and giving, okay, these are the number of arguments that has to be formed, right? So we are missing one argument. We'll understand how to overcome this situation in the next lecture. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.